So I looked everywhere around the house to figure out where I should film, and I just gave up and decided to film in the car. Ideally, I would love to sit outside, but obviously it's winter and it's way too cold, so I'm not gonna do that. Hey, my name is Chastity, and today I'm just gonna make a short video about people pleasing. The purpose of this video is to lead as a segue towards my upcoming book, Letters to a Silent Sufferer, and it's just to open up the conversation about things that arise from low self-esteem. So without further ado, here are 4 ways to avoid being a people pleaser. So, people pleasing. I'm super scared. I hope this light does not fall over, so bear with me. Number 1, know what your values and your core beliefs are. A lot of times we go about life and we never actually get a chance to sit down and write it out, make it, pretty much plain and set in stone. When we go about life, we often know, what we stand for, but we never draw it out for it to be clear to us and clear to other people. If you don't know, it's a good place to start. If you already know, but it's been a long time, it's a good time to review what those things are. Just go ahead and take the time to write it out and have it posted somewhere. When you know what your values are, you won't be so easily swayed by just anyone. And it makes you less anxious about going towards life and your future goals and your ambitions. Number 2, don't over-explain yourself. There'll be situations where you find yourself in where you're having to come up with some type of excuse just to appease someone's question. And this can be rather frustrating, especially if the person who's questioning you is rather difficult in nature. Just in my experience alone, I've had plenty of people that will ask off the wall stuff that makes you want to throw those questions back at them and like, well, why haven't you done that? And it's nerve-wracking. It can be an emergency situation. It could be something that's really out of your hands. It could be the cards that you were dealt with, or it can just be something simple and you might not want to even talk about it. Anything from, oh, how come you do it that way? Or why haven't you reached this milestone? Or insert any situation here that fits your situation. And with people pleasers, we tend to want to explain so that it can open up that room for conversation so that the person may understand. But usually when you're dealing with a difficult person, they're not asking the question to understand. They're asking the question enticing to you, to be difficult. You don't really owe anyone an explanation for why certain things haven't happened in your life. It's okay to go into detail every now and then, but try to reserve those talks for people that actually care about you in your life, not random strangers or people who haven't seen you in years or who could care less about what's really going on with you. You and your people that are for you know what's going on in your life and what you're trying to do in order to make things happen. So don't worry and don't feel anxious about explaining all of that to people who really don't matter to you. And that leads into number 3. Understand that not everyone is going to be for you. We might have that, idea of, oh, I want to be friends with everybody to broaden my perspective in life. And that can be a healthy idea to understand where other people are coming from, to get inside the mind of another individual you might not know a lot about. But what's dangerous is that when you feel like you have to be buddy or best friends with every person that's walking on the face of the earth, you'll have to be careful because people with low self-esteem tend to just gravitate towards whatever. If it's an idea, they'll go with it. And it might not even, line up with your beliefs. They'll roll with it. There's no question about it. And when you do that, you can lose a sense of yourself. And again, it's okay to engage with, new people now and then. That's how we grow and we learn. What I've come to learn is some people can be very vague and some people can be very flaky. Some don't even know what the heck they want to do as far as building a friendship with you. So guard your heart and be careful. The people that are for you, your tribe, your community, they're not going to make you do certain things or question things that go against those core beliefs that make you feel uncomfortable or make you having to wonder, is this person for me or not? Don't let someone who could care less about you get you out of of character. Stay vigilant and know that your tribe of people are coming soon to be able to embrace who you are. And number 4 is prioritize yourself. You have to prioritize yourself in order to stay healthy, alert, to be able to function in everyday life. But the main thing with people pleasing is that we're focused on everybody else, what everybody else is doing except for ourselves. And we lose that sense of self once everyone else is taken care of. There has to be a line and a boundary created so that we're not going in circles trying to fix everything and everybody in life. And the thing is that when you're an empath, you run the risk of losing that part of yourself when you're constantly worried about everyone else. I'm not saying that we should pull back all the way and not want to care for others or the collective of a whole of humanity, but know when it's an appropriate time to take some step backs for yourself in order to not get carried away and completely fall to pieces once it's all said and done. When boundaries are not created, you're running the risk of being taken advantage of or even taken for granted by good-willed people. So it's important to recognize those things before it happens. Know what you will and will not tolerate for the sake of you. If somebody's asking you to do something that's completely off the wall, it's out of your hands. It's okay to say no. And when you finally do build up the courage to say no, you'll be happy you did so that you can maintain some sense of preservation. All right, that's it. And those are just, a couple of ways so that you can make sure you're not a repeated offender of being a people pleaser. Hopefully I can make some more videos in the future. Just gotta find the time to set aside. I have no idea if it wants to rain or not, but I want to go ahead and get some Waffle House. I'm starving. I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe new year and, continue on and going about your great self. Bye.